Well, first of all, I should say something about how we came to be here and why we're doing this, and then kind of what we had in mind. Originally, the idea had come up of me dating somebody else on this topic, and nothing ended up happening. Of me dating somebody else on this topic, and nothing ended up happening. The idea had come up of me dating somebody else on this topic. The idea had come up of me dating somebody else on this topic, and nothing ended up happening. This actually, I think this would be. Well, first of all, I should say something about how we came to be here and why we're doing this, and then kind of what we had in mind. Originally, the idea had come up of me dating somebody else on this topic, and nothing ended up happening.
$7 million for reef fish management, $25 million to combat Asian carp, $2.5 million to count the number of amberjack fish in the Gulf of Mexico.
Early in the morning, they went to the table with the black robe, the black shield, and they pulled out the vote.
I liked beer. I still like beer. But I did not drink beer to the point of blacking.
Sam, if I could just get the sentence out. Sam, if I could just get the sentence out. Sam, if I could just get the sentence out. Sam, if I could just get the sentence out. Sam, if I could just get the sentence out. Just get the sentence out. The sentence. Sam, if I could just get the sentence out. Sam, if I could just get you can Sam, if I could just get the sentence out. Sam, if I could just get the sentence. Sam, if I could just get the sentence. We can talk about Jimmy Dore can go and kill 15 kids tomorrow. 15 kids tomorrow. And kill 15 kids tomorrow. And kill 15 kids tomorrow. And I still believe in force the vote.
So notice something. I defended him on his bad joke because I have standards and I have principles.
The reason the market is doing what it's doing is people are sitting at home getting the checks from the government, okay? And this fair share is a bullshit concept. It's just a way of attacking wealthy people, and, I think it's inappropriate.
Everybody comes in your grandmother ear. Father, he 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 comes in your grandmother ear. Father comes in your grandmother ear. Father comes in your grandmother ear. Father comes in your grandmother ear. Father.
Everybody digging my chili, what I'm laying down, that is not true.
Watch Hillary examine the terrain. Watch a campaign with the man Tim Kaine. Tim Kaine in the membrane. Tim Kaine in the brain.
That was an opinion of somebody. Hello, motherfuckers, and welcome to the welcome to the goddamn. I am your host, the goddamn. And we got a gallon of water, formerly known as the gallon of well, we got some water, an unidentified. I have a scale here, actually, that I have for no particular reason other than for this moment. So I'm going to weigh the water, and then I'm going to drink the rest of the water, formerly known as a gallon of water, and then we're going to find out what the difference is. And so... Alright, so this, weighs an amount, and now I'm going to... Actually, wait, I'm going to hit the tear button, because that's a thing, it exists. Alright. This is some hardcore science. We're doing some science here, folks. I need to know how much water is in this fucking motherfucker. And so... that's what we're doing here today. Alright, so we're going to drink the water. I'm doing a scientific experiment with a scale that I happen to have on my desk for no reason whatsoever. I don't know why I have that there. It's totally not. But anyway, so I'm gonna... Alright, so... let's see. Oh, wow. Wow. That can't be right. That can't be right. The difference is 60 grams. I had 60 grams of... and yes, my scale is in grams for no... but I had 60 grams of water in here. Doesn't sound right. I mean, that's a lot. I just had a lot of water. There's no way I had 60 grams of water. I don't believe it. Anyway, I'm clearly not mentally capable of doing anything, so let's drink some seltzer. Don't you need to know the volume and not the weight? That might be true. I'm not. That's very possible. I'm going to turn my air conditioning unit on. It's getting hot. It's getting hot. So, last night I got drunk, and I still have one of the cans on my desk. And I think drunk me left the can on the desk so that I could show you this label. This label, this is what I had. I had Natty Daddy. Never heard of it before. This label is like default fonts in like a picture editor, and I thought that this was so goddamn cringe that I had to show this on stream. And so I got drunk last night, and look at that. Like, it's got the default amount of shadow. It's green. It just looks horrible. And so and I put that in my body. So that's now it's a part of me. Whew, wow, that is a stinky burp. Holy shit, fuck. Holy shit, and then also fuck. Like, as in, like, that's in sequence. So you shit and then also fuck. I tried a Four Loko a while ago, and by a while ago I mean maybe a week or two. It's okay. It's 14%. So yeah, folks, I have an announcement to make. Actually, I'm announcing. I'm announcing that the show is canceled. Actually, this is the last episode of Above It All. It was a good run. But I'm going to move on to other things. I've decided to give it all up and become a police officer because no, I'm just joking. But anyway. So yes, thank you all for watching. But no, actually, I was on this show. I just got interviewed for a show. And I'm going to be honest, like, I don't know if you can tell, but this show really, I mean, I got cornered. I got bamboozled. I thought I was going to go on to a show. It was going to be a friendly conversation about, like, kittens and rainbows. And so this Pokemon YouTuber, who I thought was going to bring me on to ask me about my boxed copy of Pokemon Yellow for the Game Boy Color Is it for the color? No, it's not. Was yellow for the color, or was that just gold and silver that was for the color? But I thought they were going to ask me about that. Mint condition boxed copy of Pokemon Yellow. Maybe I'll show it at some point. And so I got harassed. Some would even say I was verbally assaulted. Like, if this were a situation where this was an in-person dynamic, I could potentially be actually pressing assault charges. And so it's pretty incredible. It's sad. It's sad. And so that's going to come out tomorrow morning on her channel. I don't know what channel that is. I don't know where it is. Her username is Aaron Green TV. I don't have a TV. So it might be on TV. I'm not sure. I don't have a TV. All I know is I'm going to be publicly embarrassed at some point tomorrow morning. So highly recommend you go find that. But anyway, outside of that, I have some other news. Just kidding. I couldn't think of something funny in time, so there's no more news. Actually, so there is no, like, I was gonna, like, that originally was gonna be, like, I was gonna say something funny, and then I couldn't think of anything funny, so now it's just embarrassing. I've just embarrassed myself. So that's the situation I'm in. That's the world I'm living in. It's for Game Boy, but optimized for Game Boy Color. Okay, so they're both sides. They can't figure it out. But I do have a boxed copy of Pokemon Yellow, Aaron, if you want me to show it to you. I will gladly, because I haven't looked at it myself in like a year, because it's in a box somewhere. It's a boxed copy in a box. Like, it's like, there's so many layers here. This is like, so it's a copy in a box, in the original box. And I put it in like an acrylic case. And then I put that in another box. And so, that's the situation. Please tell me you watched the JLP clip. I'll watch it live on stream. That's what I was going to do. Yeah, we're going to talk about Ben Burgess. He's sitting on the fence when it comes to ivermectin. I'm not sure about it. Ooh, wow, that is some very interesting smells coming out of my body. I came across your transvestigation vid. Holy shit, I'm so creeped out that that guy exists, though your celebration of his pure idiocy at the end was great. No, it was wonderful. That was a really good moment. I hope you allowed Aaron Green to get a few words in. I don't know if I did. I actually, now that you mention it, I'm pretty sure I cut Aaron off like probably 30, 40 times on her own show. So, you know, it's one thing for me to make my show about myself, but it's another for me to go on someone else's show and make them extremely uncomfortable. But in my defense, I was getting yelled at. I was playing defense. I went in there thinking we're gonna talk about, my shiny Pidgey that I found in Pokemon Fire Red version when I was a kid, that I migrated to Pokemon Diamond, that I put on Pokemon Coliseum so that I could see them in 3D, and then I put them back on Pokemon Diamond, and then I migrated them to an R4 flashcart copy of Pokemon Heart Gold, in which I used the clone system on my flashcard, and then made like multiple copies of this Pidgey, which is no longer a Pidgey, it's actually a Pidgeot. Is it a Pidgeot? Pidgeot? I always like Pidgeotto. That's like that's the coolest name. Like, no, like, who wants to say Pidgeot? I don't know, it sounds weird. I never liked pronouncing it. But you can't devolve them, folks. And then I stopped playing Pokemon games because I'm not a fucking child. What do you think, I'm a kid? You think I'm a fucking kid? Do I look like a kid? I don't look like a kid. So, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I've been, my thing right now is that I've, the beginning of my show, like the 5 to 10 minutes before my show starts, really heavily influences the entire direction of my show. That also happens for me when I take mushrooms. Like the first 10 minutes, like if I read a text or a tweet or that annoys me, the whole trip is gone. It's done. Like, I haven't even digested them yet. It's over. And if I'm watching anime or whatever, boom, it's done. I'm gonna cry. Right, and that's basically the same thing with my show. So whatever's happening in the first 10 minutes, like as I'm setting up, that's the way the show's gonna go. And so because I was just doing an interview and talking a lot and saying a lot of nothing, that's what I'm doing now. So we're already 15 minutes in. and I've said nothing. Like, this is horrible. Why the fuck are you people here? Who the hell watches this shit? You're still a kid? Well, that's not good. My knowledge of Pokemon goes as far as the original anime series when I was a kid. I gotta rewatch the entirety of the original series. Because, you know, I recently, and by recently I mean like 4 years ago now, because I'm an adult and now time is... Like, yeah, 4 years ago, that was basically yesterday. But I recently rewatched Yu-Gi-Oh! 4 years ago. And I never... Like, I started to rewatch Pokemon, and I got like 10, 15 episodes in, and then I gave up. Not to say that I wasn't having a good time. I'm an adult, right? Like, I have things to do. I can't be sitting around watching kids shows. But I'm a huge fan of the 4Kids era animes. Like Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon. This shit's great. There are some other ones I forget because they weren't as good. But those two, I mean, the 4Kids dub of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is tremendous. I much prefer it to the original Japanese version. Though I wish that, like, you know, there was like an adult version of the 4Kids dub, like with the same voice actors. Cause man, let me just tell you, like when motherfucking, like, when like the Pharaoh, you know, comes out and he's got that mega deep voice, like, oh my god, like it translates to just like pleasure senses in my brain. Like, it's just immediately when I hear that voice, my body starts tingling. It's actually a problem. And it's why I don't, you know, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying right now. I am in my own world. You know, Dragon Ball, God bless, I love it. I haven't rewatched the entirety of Dragon Ball in like a solid 5 years, you know, so I gotta get that in at some point. I want to watch the entirety of D-Ball while on mushrooms, and considering it's a really long series, I'm gonna need a lot of mushrooms, so feel free to send me money. No, I'm just joking. I don't do drugs. I'm actually against drugs. Because drugs are really bad, and I don't want to actually influence anyone to do drugs. Now, I want a reminder, I started doing drugs when I was 21 years old, like a responsible adult who, you know, is a responsible adult, and, so I, you know, do not recommend anyone. Aaron Green, I know, is a child, they said in the chat, so, you know, I don't want anyone to be influenced by me in any capacity. Do not be influenced. I mean, I buy bitcoins, right? Like, I'm a fucking moron, so, like, don't listen to me at all, in any capacity, because if you do, your life is going to get worse. That's really just the way it is. Your life is going to get a lot worse if you listen to me. Like, I'm just being honest. I mean, this is just, you know, don't fucking listen to me. In fact, don't look at me either. Like, for that matter, don't look at me. You know, just don't look, don't listen, you know. See? So, don't look, don't listen. You know, obviously, if I can't see you, or if I can't see me, because my entire show is me looking at myself, which is like, that's unhealthy, right? So if I can't see me, then you can't see me, and that's where we're at right now. It's really pressing into my glasses, and it kind of hurt my nose a little bit, so that's a bad bit. That's a badass bit. And I don't mean bad ass, as in like, damn, that's badass. I mean bad space ass, as in like ass is like a sentence enhancer. You know, it enhances a lot of things, ass. It's a very useful feature. It's a very useful word in language. It's a sentence enhancer. I learned that in SpongeBob SquarePants. And so I used it as such. You know, it's like, you know, I say a lot. I say ass a lot. I like ass. I don't know what to tell you. But this is We're already 20 minutes in. We've gone off the rails. This is no good. This is a bad show, folks. But I'll get back on the rails at some point. Don't worry. I got a fucking show to do. I got a goddamn show to do. Got a goddamn fucking show to do, folks. Nobody is perfect, but you seem to be doing pretty good. Is this entertaining? Like, do people actually watch this crap? Like, I feel like this is a good show. Like, me, like, the way my mental illness works, like, I'm sitting here thinking, like, I'm sitting here talking to myself going, like, damn, you are nailing it right now. That's the way that's my brain right now. But clearly, like, I'm biased, right? Like, there is that internal bias that's like, wait, of course my brain's gonna tell me I'm nailing it, right? Like, of course, right? Like, because I want to support myself for my own mental health. So, of course, my brain is going to tell me I'm nailing it. So, this is where I need y'all, the viewers, to come in the chat and tell me, hey, you fucked up. This show sucks. Like, I want my money back. Like, Catherine in the chat's going to be like, I am a hyper-patronizer for this. Like, this is why, you know, I'm on Patreon, because it's one of those things where you can become a patronizer or you can patronize me. Like, and that's the thing, is like, I want everyone to feel willing, that they are willing. I want everyone to be willing to patronize me, because honestly, when you really think about it, I'm a pretty terrible person. Like, I'm not that great. I'm just no good, folks. You don't even know. I'm actually really good. I'm lying. I'm underselling myself. I'm actually overselling myself now, but I was underselling myself, and now I'm overselling myself, because that's the world that I live in. You know, imagine, like, so here's the deal, folks. So I want you to give me money on Patreon, right? And I'm going to give you nothing. You get nothing out of it, other than me making fun of you more. That's it. That's it. Like, hey, Lead Striker, I still haven't forgotten that you refused to debate me on Bitcoin. So don't think you could just waltz in here, waltzing around like AOC at the Met Gala. Look at me. Look at my dress, right? I'm gonna go viral, right? Look at, like, that's you. You're waltzing right now. Right in here thinking, oh shit, I hope the streamer doesn't remember that the last time I was here, I was brutally harassing her for little to no reason. But guess what, motherfucker? I hold grudges. I have a problem, actually. I hold on to grudges a lot. It's actually like a personal thing that I am trying to work on. But yeah, I haven't worked on it yet, so I'm holding a grudge. So I remember everything you goddamn say. And ever will say. I already know it, because I've been there, and I don't know where I've been, but I've been there. I've been here, and I've been there, so that's kind of what I'm doing. Thinks he can just show up and badmouth Jimmy Dore and make up for the bad Bitcoin take. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't do that. Like, you're thinking you're gonna waltz back in here, like, whoa, look at me, I'm waltzing. What even is a waltz? Like, who says that? Where did the phrase come, like, waltz in? Like, isn't that like a dance? Like, you're gonna waltz or some shit? Like, you know, I don't know. Like, what the fuck is a waltz? Who has decided that, like, yep, someone's gonna fucking show up? I can't with this message. Kelsey shows up like a fucking wizard anytime. And then, not only that, just to mention that Bitcoin Cash, right? Like, so I'm waltzing. Look at me. Look at how, whoa, one hell of a waltz, right? Like, why am I doing that? Why would anyone do that? Why would, my hand is sticky. Why is my hand sticky? Oh, no. I put my hand on a coffee. Oh, no. I don't have any paper towels. There's coffee on my desk from the condensation. And then that combined with when I spilled coffee earlier. So, that's like, it's a double edge. You know, it's actually like a triple edge, because I spilled the coffee. And then there was the condensation. And, the third edge is now it's on my finger. So that's a problem. No dancing? Alright. Folks, we are 26 minutes in, and the show is nothing so far. The show has, I'm losing viewers at this point, and it's a problem. People have decided. The viewers have spoken, the people have spoken, your show sucks. That's the message I'm receiving. Why isn't anyone watching my show, I wonder, while I do nothing? Why would anyone watch this? I don't know. Amazing. So I guess I should do a show at some point. I don't know how I feel about the acronym AIA. Actually, I do know how I feel about it. It's not good. Where, I love saying acronyms, right? And I can't say AIA. What is that? I fucked up when I made this show title. Because I love saying acronyms. That's one of my favorite things in the world. As if they're words. I can't do that. What? That's nothing. I can't even say that. It's just letters. It's just vowels. Alright, folks. I didn't brush my teeth this morning. Can you tell? Alright, let's get into the goddamn, folks. Now that I've successfully wasted half of the fucking showtime doing nothing, let's do something. Ew, yeah, that's what everyone says when they see my teeth. My teeth are disgusting. I'm a fucking freak of nature. Let's be honest. But I'll brush my teeth after the show, I promise. I got super drunk last night, and so I wanted to just eat food right away, and so I decided to hold out on brushing my teeth, and then I just remembered. Because again, most of the show I spend looking at myself. I'm looking at myself right now. The way I have my setup is I have my camera there, right? And then I'm right here. So they're right next to each other. And so I'm constantly fucking looking at myself. I'm like, who the fuck is that bitch? Oh, that's me. And then I remember oh shit, that's me. So that's the situation that we're dealing with here. And I, sometimes I look at the chat. This is me looking at the chat. And I gotta say, I'm not impressed. I'm it's a secret code. I don't hey, Ali, now the CIA are in the fucking goddamn, why, what is happening here? I'm not impressed by this chat room, needless to say. But what I am impressed by is the fact that yesterday was day 148 of protests in the city of Elizabeth City, North Carolina, over the police shooting of Andrew Brown Jr. I put out a couple videos on the Pasquotank County's response to the Andrew Brown shooting about, I guess we're 5 months out now, 148 days. So watch those videos from yesterday if you haven't. But either way, we've been out here for 148 days, and we've got a rotating cast of characters that are always out here preaching and marching for justice for Andrew Brown Jr. that was murdered, assassinated by the Pasquotank County peace officers that they're now trying to. They spent $69,000 in an effort to rebrand themselves as peace officers. That's what they're actually, seriously, and this is not a joke, they are actually going to call themselves peace officers now. 148 days after they assassinated Andrew Brown Jr. in my neighborhood, and I find that to be laughable. I think it's a giant joke. And so we've been out here every single day. I've been out here every single day documenting what's been going on, and it's been a tremendous outpouring of, you know, just angst, anger at the Pasquotank County Sheriff's Department, and because they fucked up. And their response, now they're trying to save face. Now, oh shit, election season might be coming up. This problem isn't going away. The reaction initially was, we're going to shove this under the rug. We don't give a shit. Whatever. We're going to hide. Tommy Wooten refused to have any community dialogue for 120-something days. And then, at some point, 120-ish days in, he finally decided to talk to us. Why did he decide to talk to us? Because we protested every day. We said, go fuck yourself, Tommy Wooten. Come out and talk to us. And he realized the problem wasn't going away. So now they're spending $69,000 to call themselves peace officers. And yes, it's actually $69,000 that they're spending here. That's not like a joke. They're going to call themselves peace officers now. They're going to provide themselves de-escalation training, which apparently, right, that's not actually, you know, that's like, oh, you're going to work at the bakery, but you don't know how to knead dough. What? I mean, that's kind of like, it's a crucial aspect of working at a oh, you're gonna, you know, operate the car wash, but you know, you don't know how to operate. I don't know anything about a car wash, so I can't provide an actual thing. But my point is, it's ridiculous, it's ludicrous, and it's outrageous. It's scandalous even. And again, like I was saying before, my life mission right now, and this may change in the future, but my life mission at this very moment is, I want the rest of Tommy Wooten's life, I want, until the day he dies, I want him to know how badly he fucked up and how much of a terrible person he is. That is my life mission. Now, you can say maybe that's obsessive. Maybe it's possible. But I fucking hate Tommy Wooten. I think he is a disgusting criminal. And the fact that he is in any position of power, in my opinion, is an assault on the world. Right? Everyone in the entire universe should know how much of a bitch motherfucker he is. He is garbage. Right? He is shit on my fucking shoes. So he hid, tried to cover it up. He used the district attorney, Andrew Womble, who is also a fucking, don't even get me started on that motherfucker. But they tried to coordinate a cover-up. They tried, and they failed. And that's why they're now trying to do these positive PR campaigns. Oh, look, we're going to do de-escalation training. Oh, look, we're going to call ourselves peace officers now. They're going to try to pretend like they're actually taking accountability. Accountability would be sending those 7 motherfuckers who assassinated Andrew Brown Jr. to jail. That is accountability. Instead, now they're walking around being called peace officers. You ever think about that? So these motherfuckers came into my neighborhood and shot and killed someone. A father shot and killed them. And now they're going to walk around calling themselves peace officers. That's not accountability. That's a joke. That's a fucking joke. And if you think anything less than that, if you don't think that's a joke, you're a fucking idiot. And I'm sorry, but like, this is all choreographed kabuki theater. It's garbage. None of this shit is going to affect change. This is shit fuck all, right? But there's going to be a certain contingent of people that are going to be like, oh, de-escalation training. See, look, they're taking accountability. That's not accountability. If I'm working at Food Lion and I'm opening boxes, right, to stock the shelves, and again, let's say an old lady's like, well, you know where the mustard is. And then I take the box cutter and I stab her to death. Right? And I just like, right, I just stab her to death. Like, would it be accountability to provide me, like, training on how to use a box cutter? With that's accountability now. So I can just go out and murder an old lady looking for mustard. And then my sentence will be to learn how to use a box cutter. That's not accountability. That's nothing. That's a joke. And then, now, not only that, then I get called a peace shelf stalker. What? That doesn't make any sense. More like a piece of shit. Because that's what Tommy Wooten is. He is a piece of fucking garbage. And so, fuck him. And fuck him in the face, more specifically. And we've been out here for 148 days marching for justice. And it's incredible. And again, everyone in Elizabeth City, my hat is off to you. I normally wear a hat. I'm not wearing a hat right now because it's off because of this segment, because my hat is off to Elizabeth City. But yeah. What's up? Yeah, I'm in this, like, you know, today's gonna be a show where I speak a lot. This is the show. I mean, sometimes I'm in these moods where I just, like, you know, why do you think I keep drinking all this water? I'm so dry right now. I can't, you know, I'm dry. I'm literally evaporating. Like, you know, you're seeing my fucking skin cells, like, become one with the atmosphere. Like, I'm done for. Like, I'm done for, folks. So there are a few people in the chat involved with the justice effort. There's a couple people, yeah. A show where you speak a lot but say very little. I can only hope that it's entertaining. That's the only thing I can hope for, is that at least one motherfucker out there is like, that's entertaining. The water in EC is garbage. Why do you think I drink bottled water? Being hungover is the worst. I've never had a hangover. I'm pissed. I'm mad. I want to have a hangover. Right? I drink a lot because I want to have a hangover. When I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to get drunk today, it's not, oh, I'm going to get drunk, I'm going to party, hell yeah, I'm going to, like, you know, play Minecraft, right, because I'm a loser. No, I'm drinking so that I can have a hangover. That's the goal. And it never happens. So I don't know when it's going to happen. I don't know why it's not happening. There's a lot going on right now, but there's a lot going on. That's all I can say. Not hungover equals still drunk. Well, I woke up drunk, and then I just went about my life, and now I'm not drunk anymore. So, what gives? I mean, like, I skipped a step, you know? But I love waking up drunk. It's one of my favorite things. Like, I wake up, and I'm like, am I still drunk? And then I try walking down the stairs, and then almost break my neck, and it's like, yep, I'm still drunk, you know? I'm always entertained by your ridiculous, goofy shit. Goofy? You think I'm goofy? What? What? Never been drunk or had a hangover, but does it feel like? Never been drunk or had a hangover, but does it feel like? The world may never know. I don't know what to say about that. That is a very interesting. You could put that on the back of a fucking book jacket. People will read that at the bookstore and they'll go, God damn, I'm gonna buy this book because this is some insightful ass shit. People are gonna be like, damn, this motherfucker is really nailing the head or whatever. I don't know. And I'm not talking about face fucking. I'm talking about, like, you know, hitting the nail on the head, which is an expression that doesn't really even make any sense. Because aren't you supposed to hit the nail on the head? Like, people use the term, like, you hit the nail on the head as if it's, like, a spectacular, like, yeah, you really got it. But it's, like, it's not, like, unless, like, I don't know, like, the point of using a hammer and a nail is to hit the nail on the head. Right? So if the expression would, to analog, right, like, it would be like, shouldn't the goal of speech to make a point? You know, I don't know, like, there's a lot going on with the English language, expressions. You know, I'm an expressionist, but I don't know how I feel about this. So when in doubt, pinky out, folks. Look at that. When in doubt. I'm in doubt right now. Just kidding. There's no doubt here. And that's actually false advertising, because no doubt is actually not here. I don't know where they are right now. I don't even know if they're still an actual band. I think Gwen Stefani has a solo career at this moment. But either way, there's no doubt in my mind, because now that I started saying this, I've got their songs playing in my head because that's how my brain works. So, but there, I'm drinking seltzer, folks. Let's go. They're done? Fuck. It's the worst news I've read all day. Fuck. This is like, I'm... What is... I don't even know what the hell is going on anymore. Like, is this good content? Like, there's 35 viewers here for this. 35 viewers for this. Is this like a routine? Like, am I doing like a stand-up show now? Like, what am I doing? Like, I'm trying to be funny? Because I'm trying to be funny. My goal is to make someone laugh. How many times have y'all laughed so far? Give me some feedback here. I need it. Because there's no audience, right? So I can't tell. Like, that's the thing. Like, I could never do stand-up because then there's an audience. And then I'm going to know when they don't find me funny. At this point, it's like cryptocurrency. I have no idea what the reaction is. I don't know how much money I have. I don't know if people are laughing. I don't know what's going on. Like, are you smirking? Like, is it like... like, is that what you're doing? Like... Because if you can give me a smirk at the very least, I mean, like, that's... You know... Give me a smirk. Oh, Fighting for Freedom is here. This dumb motherfucker who's like... Aren't you the dumb motherfucker who was like talking about how like Andrew Brown was driving at the police officers because they were all behind him? So yeah, my favorite way to drive at people is by going in the opposite direction. God damn. But I love when dumb motherfuckers watch my show. Like, I wish I had more of a conservative audience. Like, my thing is, like, if people could possibly have conservative beliefs without being, like, disgusting, racist, transphobic bigots, I would love that, because I would love to make fun of them and have them watch my show. But, like, almost all of the dumb motherfuckers here are just, like, racist, transphobic, like, homophobic fucking pieces of garbage. And it's just like, they just spam and they're just here to troll. And it's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. But I'm glad that Fighting for Freedom is here. Fighting for freedom. Trying to rebel against the totalitarian left. I have to catch the rest later? You're not going to catch anything. You're telling me, Bob. And now, I guess this is the future version of you. Who's now listening to this. But... You're telling me that you actually finished your meetings and then went back and you're like, God, time to watch the rest of Above It All, 1,331. That's right, 1,331. Like, why am I doing so many of these? Isn't that crazy? Also, I never read it. Okay, so you laughed 7 times? Are you actually counting or are you just making that up? Because I have a hard time believing that you've laughed 7 times. It's like, oh, that's the 3rd time I've laughed. Let me write that down. I don't think you did that. I'm pretty sure you were lying to me. 14 times. That's 14 times what? 14 times 7, I guess. At least 10. I mean, that's actually a more honest answer. Because it's like, you know, you stop counting. Like, if someone's going to give me a number like 14, 7. Also, why are the, like, 14 is divisible by 7. So, like, I'm starting to feel like there's, like, some sort of conspiracy here. Right, first someone laughs 7 times, and then they laugh 14 times. Where's, like, the in-between? 7 or 14? I don't know about that. 6 more shows to the best one, that's true. I have something to do with 10 a.m. my time, work-related, so I might have to go too. See, I don't know what that means. Like, I can surmise via context clues that 10 a.m. is in, like, 15 minutes from now. But, theoretically, like, it could be an hour and 15 minutes from now. And, like, you have the expectation that I will do, like, a longer show. That's possible. Or, like, we're in the same time zone, and you've just been putting off your work-related project. Like, oh, 10 a.m., should I do work or watch Above It All? And you chose Above It All. I have no idea what the fuck. I have no idea what that means. Like, you, without knowing your time zone, that statement is useless. But again, throw that on a book jacket. You're good. I keep an Excel spreadsheet open at all times to document all the times I laugh, and then I rate them on how hard I laugh. That's actually, I believe that, Shurya. I do. Given what I know about you and your persona and just how you behave in general, I totally believe that, actually. In fact, I want to see the spreadsheet. So, folks, I was originally, like... In fact, you know what? I'm going to do it anyway. Fuck it. I'm going to do it. I was originally going to do this, but, like, now I'm actually going to do it. So, not only was I originally going to do this, but now it's actually happening. Like, the plans have not changed. So, let's continue with this. Alright, so...
I would say, oh, I'm not a beta male. I'm not a beta male. You know, you're a beta male.
Beta! So, yeah, we got a situation here. Ben Burgess at it again. I don't know what is going on with this guy. I really, there's a lot going on, and I don't know what it is. Like, you know, I've identified maybe a couple fragments of what's going on, but, like, it's just shrouded in, like, a mist or a fog of a lot. You know, there's a lot going on. So this guy tweeted this. I guess this was yesterday evening. Ivermectin is a weird real-life Gettier case. A lot of people in the blue team culture bubble start with a false premise. It's exclusively used for livestock. I don't think anyone believes that. Like, that's like, so no one believes that. Maybe someone believes that, but... And draw a true conclusion that there isn't anything close to sufficient evidence to justify thinking it can be an effective as a human COVID treatment. If you get just a little bit more evidence, you might abandon that true conclusion, but if you get a lot more, it will be restored. See, I don't know what that means. So this is one of my problems with Ben Burgess, is he says a lot of nothing. Like, literally, what the fuck is this? Like, I really, like, again, this guy, first of all, was like, January 6th, no big deal, right? It's just people chilling. It's just my grandma was at the Capitol on January 6th, you know? Like, oh, yeah, they were on vacation. You know, they decided, oh, let's just go tour the Capitol. You know, it's like, you know, just going to January 6th, going to the Capitol, walk around, maybe take a few lecterns, you know, whatever. And now he's doing this ivermectin both sidesism and also this blue team thing. I really don't know what the fuck this guy's doing. But he, like, I really, like, and again, I want to follow this because I find Ben Burgess to be such a peculiar case. So what he's doing here is basically, first of all, no one understands what the fuck he's saying. So if you scroll down, it's basically everyone saying you're a dumbass. And also that no one cares. So first of all, no one knows what the fuck this means. Like, he's speaking gobbledygook. And, you know, like, it's just like, I really, like, okay, it's exclusively used for livestock. I don't think anyone said that. The thing that people start, when ivermectin went to the mainstream, it was because... it is a prescription-only medication, but you can go to animal supply stores and buy a horse variant. And the reason why it was problematic was because people were consuming dosages meant for horses. And so that's why the meme started of calling it a horse dewormer. Because people are literally going out of their way to purchase the horse version, because you don't need a prescription for that one, of ivermectin. So, I really don't know what the fuck this guy is talking about. And he's like, I don't know, like... It's just, it's bizarre. I just wanted to talk about this, and I really don't have an analysis other than what the fuck. That's my analysis, is what the fuck. I really just don't know what this is. So I wanted to talk about that because I found it fascinating, and that's really it. I have no analysis. There's no takeaway. It's just Ben Burgess having another real one. I don't know what else to say. All right, let's see if there's any other news. Oh, Lord have mercy. I don't know, like, I don't really feel like doing news today, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm just gonna fucking shoot the shit for another, I don't know, however long. Glenn Greenwald for president 2024? I disagree. I'm gonna be honest, I disagree. I have never seen that, Mila. I guess an implication is how you read it, right? Like, if you know nothing and you read it that way, I guess, right? But I don't know. Colleges don't kick you out for being stupid anymore. Whoa. That's crazy. Yeah, there's a lot of conservative radio hosts that are dying of coronavirus. Personally, I think it's awesome. In my opinion, and I'm this, you know, this is a hot take. I think anyone that is eligible and capable and healthy in the way that is required in order to become vaccinated, and they're not vaccinated, honestly, I don't care what happens to them. I don't care at all. Like, I got the vaccine when I first became eligible in April. And if you, in September or October, are not vaccinated, I mean, there's a lot of people like doing the poor person excuse where it's like, I'm not shitting on poor people, but it's like, oh, you know, like, I just don't have time. I don't have time. I can't call in sick. What if I have an adverse reaction? And I understand that, but it's like also, it's been 5 months. Like, I personally will take a vacation day if I need to, when it comes to preventing myself from dying. Like, and that's the thing about it that I just find fascinating. Is like, people don't value their health at all. Why are you even working if you don't value your health? Well, you're working to live. Well, I mean, if you don't care if you catch an infectious disease and then kill a bunch of people and yourself in the process, why even work? I don't know. I mean, my thing is, it's been 5 months. I don't know, like, you don't have, like, any wiggle room? Like, you don't have, like, I don't know. It's weird. I really, but, like, I'm empathetic and I can understand that sentiment. That being said, all the other motherfuckers that don't have those problems that they're potentially dealing with and are just stupid or lazy, go fuck yourself. Like, if you're a right-winger who thinks the vaccine has microchips, go fuck yourself. I genuinely, actually want you to get COVID, and I want to see how it goes. Reading all the stories of right-wingers dying of COVID actually makes me happy. And I know that that's like a hot take, right? I know it's a hot take. I know, like, but my opinion is that you are literally dedicating your life to making life miserable for the rest of humanity. And I find there to be a form of justice in them getting COVID and dying. I find that to be good. My only problem with that is don't go to the hospital. Like, don't go to that, like, oh, I don't trust doctors. A doctor gonna give me goddamn microchip. Don't go to the hospital. Go to the church. Spread your fucking stupid virus all over the fucking churchgoers because they're dumb as hell too. The new OSHA rule will offer people paid time off to get the vaccine. That's good. But yeah, I mean, like, my thing is, again, it's been 5 months. Like, it's been 5 fucking months. Like, have you never been sick? Have you never worked while sick before? Like, that's my thing. It's like, okay, you have an adverse reaction. Would you rather work while you have COVID or work while you have the vaccination side effects? I don't know. Like, every single politician that has died of COVID in America has been a Republican. That's good. It's good. I mean, like, again, this might be a hot take, and people might disagree. I think all human life is valuable to an extent, but there are a lot of people that choose to spend their time and energy making life horrible for other people. Like, the entire country is controlled by dumb motherfuckers. The ones that run the media, dumb motherfuckers. The ones that have all the money, dumb motherfuckers. The ones that have all the political power, dumb motherfuckers. Most people in America are dumb motherfuckers. And, people ask me, how do you square that belief with the fact that, I support communistic policies that rely on people being intelligent? Because I think people can be taught. I think people can learn. Right? But, like, America, our institutions profit from creating dumb motherfuckers. That's why school doesn't teach you critical thinking. It teaches you how to be a good little drone and to know the absolute least about everything that's relevant. So you go work for 60 years and then Social Security is cut by the time that you can claim it, and then you die in fucking an alleyway eating cat food. That's what America wants. And it wants you to die of disease. That's why we don't have universal health care. They don't want you to make it to 65 so that you can start cashing in your Social Security checks. They want you to die because you can't afford health care before you can collect Social Security so that they get to keep the money. Why do you think Americans eat such garbage food? Why do you think that we have such... Again, this stat that I point out a lot, 95% of Americans don't get enough fiber. They're dumb motherfuckers. That tells me that at least 95% of America are dumb motherfuckers. That's what that tells me. Like, I mean, like, you look at the statistic when it comes to, like, Republicans. There's only, like, when it comes to Nazis, there's only, like, 20% of the country that are Nazis, right? So that leaves 80% that aren't Nazis. But that doesn't mean those 80% are not dumb motherfuckers. They're just dumb motherfuckers in different ways. Right? So, like, when you look at the stat, 95% of Americans literally have no idea or care at all about what the food they put in their body is doing to them. That tells me we got a problem on our hands. That's what that tells me. I don't know. Like, again, just think, I know I'm beating this dead horse, and I know I'm talking about a lot of you motherfuckers, too. Like, I'm being honest. Like, you should treat your body like a temple. Right? People talk about, oh, climate change. Climate change. The climate's changing. Oh, we gotta have paper straws because the climate's changing. Oh, we gotta stop driving car and then because the climate's changing. Don't you want to save the world? Don't you want to save the world? Yeah, let's save the world. Let's climate change. Yeah, paper straw. Right? Your body is a world. Your body is a universe, right? There are trillions of living things right here. Like, look at this big, meaty thigh. There are billions of creatures living in this goddamn big, meaty thigh. And they're all working together. So, okay, imagine, oh yeah, climate change. Woo! Yet you're gonna treat your own world like a fucking, like, think about the hurricanes that are going on in your fucking digestive system. Think about the tornadoes going on in your fucking liver. Think about how your kidneys are getting flooded. Like, treat your fucking body right. Because it's not just you in here. It's not just you. There's trillions of bacteria that live inside of you. Other living organisms that have evolved with us. They're like dogs. Do you want to kill your dog? Oh, I'm just going to, you know, feed my dog paper. I'm going to feed my dog fucking, you know, I'm going to feed my dog fucking acorns. Like, what? What? I mean, acorns would actually be, like, healthier than a lot of what Americans eat. But, like, seriously, though, like, they didn't do anything to deserve that. If you don't abuse dogs, why do you abuse your bacteria? They literally have been evolving with us for billions of years, and they're backing us up. They're trying to be helpful. They're trying to support us. And you're like, fuck you, die, bitch. What the hell? That would be like if, you know, like an old lady's trying to fucking cross the road and someone's like, hey, do you need help? And then the old lady takes her fucking cane and then beats the shit out of that motherfucker. They fall on the ground in a puddle, and then the fucking old lady like fucking puts the goddamn cane like in their throat, you know, like where that little thing between the little pipes are, and then just fucking like, and then kills them up. Like, what are you doing? Like, have you no shame? What the hell is the matter with you? Man, I'm going off. You're the one that poisoned them last night. I mean, you know, sometimes you need to have some heavy rain. It spices life up a bit. Can't just be like, you know, partly cloudy all day, every day. You know, you gotta have a little bit of something. "95% of Americans are dumb motherfuckers." I should write a book entitled 95% of Americans are dumb motherfuckers, and the whole thing is about fiber. Eat fiber, motherfucker. How dumb are you? Didn't I get drunk last night? Yeah, I did, yeah. It was pretty incredible. I still have the can here. Look at this. What the hell is this? Look at it, like the default text. Like they loaded up Photoshop or some like equivalent and just put the default text. Yeah, it's watermelon flavor, so we'll make it a green shadow outline. Whoa. It's incredible. And then I put that in my body. And then, so I looked at, you know, I looked at that and I decided, all right, let's crack it open. That shit is nasty. Well, by the time I cracked it open, I was already drunk, so I have no idea what it tasted like. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't remember at all. But yeah, I mean, I hope this show was fun. Like, is this a fun show? Like, I feel like I need to, like, do something with the shows like this. Like, I've done a couple of these, like, a few dozen, and I feel like I need to put these in a different category. Like the shows where I just literally do nothing. Like this is like, I don't know, this is something. It's not nothing, it's something. Right? Like, this is something. There's a lot going on here. This is something. Right? What do y'all think? Is this something? Or is this nothing? Wait, I think there's a Twitter poll feature. Hold up. Or a YouTube poll. Alright. Polls up. Vote in the goddamn poll, folks. Is this something? Got a poll going on. This is like, you know, this is like some real underground shit. This is underground. We're like fucking Saddam Hussein right now. We're fucking deep underground. Yo, there's some motherfuckers watching this that are like, nah, this is nothing. They're like, I just sat here for an hour, but you know what? There's nothing here. I wasted my goddamn time. No, there's a lot here. This is something for sure. I'm like stretching my spine right now. Woo! Oh man. A little pain. Oh, there it is. Oh. This is just like who I am, by the way. Like, this is what, like, if you ever meet me in person, I'm basically this. Like, everything is a routine. Everything is like a bit. I'm constantly stringing together, like, jokes for no one. Andrew Yang reappearing from the shadows to try to unionize wrestling. Oh, alright. You can report the poll? Alright, folks. 82% of voters decided this is something. This is something. This is definitely something. I mean, I'm losing viewers, but it's something. Poll complete, 11 votes. I can only get 30% of the people watching the stream to go like, I'm not even going to click on that. 60% of this stream, 66% even, decided this is so not worth a single mouse click that I'm not even going to vote in the poll. I don't even know what that says. Like, they could be laughing so hard. Like, oh, ho, ho, ho. That they cried and then now they're on the floor and they can't click the thing. Or they just don't give a shit. Like, they just don't care. Do not be intimidated about meeting me, because I'm one of those weirdos that's intimidated of meeting other people. Like, every time I've had someone walk up to me and say, hey, I recognize you, I'm like, oh god. Oh god. It's happening again. Oh god. Yo, actually, I'm going to tell this story now. I forgot to tell this the other day. But, so I was walking alone, right? Because that's what I do. I walk alone through downtown Elizabeth City. I walk alone. And I'm not, you know, doing the lyrics to a Green Day song. And so this cop, a police officer, a peace officer, this cop screams out of the car, hey miss, hey ma'am, and I, you know, I'm not going to respond, I'm not going to acknowledge them. And then they give me the ultimate, like, I had no choice. They say, they scream, they bellow, and I had no choice but to respond. They say, I love your YouTube show. Well, clearly, I've got to play out this dialogue trait. Right? Like, clearly, I've got to continue on with this because there's content here. And now, as you can see, I'm telling the story. So, I've got the content. It's here. And now I'm telling it. So, this is content. So, I'm thinking in my brain, all right, this is content. And now, here I am 2 days later 3 days later, I don't know when it was, now giving you the content. So this cop, like, they're across the street, right? And then they get out of their car and walk up to me. They say, oh, I'll come over. I want to talk to you for a second. I'm like, oh, whatever, right? I'm alone, right? There's no one around. No one's driving cars. And a cop, like a gangster with a gun, is walking toward me saying they love my YouTube show. My YouTube show where I constantly celebrate officers being killed in action. And I talk about how I think all cops are garbage. I am alone, right? And this cop with a gun is walking up to me. What could possibly go wrong? But I think this is content, right? And also, I love interacting with police officers when I'm high. Like, I'm just like, all right, I'm wasted right now. Like, let's talk to this cop. What could possibly go wrong? Right? Now, this is, it's a very white thing to say. I'm a white person, so please keep that in mind. And a very good-looking one at that. And so they walk up to me and they say that they appreciate how I'm willing to call out law enforcement. And they say that, I asked them, this is the funny part. I asked them, hey, do you mind doing, like, if I film you? And they said, no, that wouldn't be good for me. And then, like, we had, like, a 40-second conversation about how they appreciate that there's people like me that are just, like, that brutally harass. Like, they didn't say that, but, like, that's what I do. But they said that they appreciate people like me that are willing to call out law enforcement and aren't scared at all about doing so. And then I was like, okay. And then they said, like, there's a lot of us cops out there that agree with you but can't say anything. And I'm like, okay. Now, again, I'm really high at this moment, and I'm alone, and there's no one there, right? So I'm not going to get, like, I could have gone in, but I didn't. I chose not to. I wanted to play out the dialogue tree. It's like when you're playing, like Fallout or, Elder Scrolls, and you just, like, click the whatever option you feel like is going to get more dialogue. That's right. So, like, now let's understand this. There is an Elizabeth City police officer that loves my YouTube show where I celebrate officers being killed on a routine basis. And I say all cops are bastards. And I say there's no such thing as a good cop. So this Elizabeth City police officer loves my show and tells me that they can't say that publicly because it, quote, wouldn't be good for them. I don't know what that means. Right? Now, so my thing is, like, why are you a cop? Like, and also, can you give me some of your money? Like, I know you got a lot of overtime recently. Can I have some of that money if they're watching my show right now? Maybe they're not. Maybe they lied. It's possible. But if you're watching my show, officer, and you see me walking down, consider giving me some money. I know you got a lot of overtime with the protesting. I know you got some shit in your bank account. I know. I've read the reports of what the Elizabeth City Police Department's gotten over the course of the last 148 days of protests. I know what's going on. Consider a donation. So that's the thing that happened to me. And then they walked away. So, is that good? Is that bad? I don't know. It's something. It's content. Here I am telling the story. It's content. And that's it. That's the story. Yeah, that's the end of it. True, Andrea, it takes a certain amount of strength to be so vocal and passionate about things that you believe in and to take it a step further and protest and have a show about it. Very inspiring. Oh my god, stop it. Stop. I'm just a jag-off comedian here. Come on. I love your show where you mock people like me getting killed. Want to see my gun? Oh, Lord. Am I still drunk? Nope. I'd meet Andrea IRL, but I'd worry about not feeling welcome after driving 2.5 to 3 hours. What does that mean, not feeling welcome? Like, you'd knock on my door and I'd be like, who's this? It's Catherine, your hyper-patronizer. Go away. What does that mean? Or, like, I invite you in and go, like, you drove all the way out here for this? Like, what does that mean? I don't know. What are you doing with your goddamn life? Come out to a protest one day. Live a little. Fuck. And just to be very clear, I said fuck as like a, you know, a punctuation, as in like, you know, fuck, not as in like an actual activity for you to engage in. I mean, you could if you want to, but, you know, I'm not necessarily recommending that. Onion on Nina Turner becoming a sellout and joining TYT. I think she's a sellout. She is a shitlib, and she's canceled. That's what I think. And I'm extremely serious when I say that. Please start doing some deep dive on Kim Iverson segments on the bill. On the bill? What is the bill? Like, what bill? Who's Bill? On the bill? Like Bullet Bill from Mario? Like, what the fuck? Bill from Left 4 Dead series of games? I will always respect her. I don't respect her. I know that she's an anti-vaxxer. And I know that she's a dumb forced to vote lefty, so I don't respect her. Oh, The Hill. Yeah, I don't respect her, but if you want to send me a link or something, feel free to send me a link on like Twitter or whatever, and I'll take a look. Catherine, you gotta play it smart. Have an excuse like I'm visiting and thought it'd be a great idea if I show up. See, that's the thing, is like there's such a good in. Like, I've had so many people like literally like, and again, every single time it's like, oh god, oh god, oh god, it's happening again. But like, especially over the first couple of weeks, like, you know, I'd have so many people, I love your Twitter. You're so funny. I love your YouTube show. And it's like, oh god, fuck. I'm just trying to say all cops are bastards out here. I don't want to talk to you. No, I mean, I love when people approach me. Like, I love when, especially like strange men approach me and say that they love my YouTube show. I love when like big, strong, and strange men that I've never seen before tell me they love my YouTube show, and then they walk behind me for 3 hours. You know, I mean, sure, we're protesting, but I mean, don't you love when that happens? But you know, I've had a lot of people do that, like a couple dozen, you know, and it's cool, it's fun. But you know, don't feel bad about it. You know, what are you gonna do? Yeah, I think Nina Turner going on TYT makes perfect sense. And I think it's a good move. And anyone who's upset about it, in my opinion, is probably stupid. Lol, yeah, I'm just passing through. Flies across continental for 20 plus hours. I mean, you know, go for it. But yeah, when the pandemic is over, if the pandemic is over, like I thought, like legit, I'm telling you right now, my plans, January 1st, 2021, my plans were to, at this moment, be doing like in-person meetups. That was my plan. Instead, I'm stuck inside, and, you know, I took a vaccine, and now there's mutating variants that could still get me sick. So that's the world I'm living in. But if the pandemic ever ends, you know, I'll definitely do some in-person shows. We can all get drunk. Anyone want to get drunk with me? Go for it. Let's do it. Yeah, Halloween's fucked. It's over. But that's the thing, is like the holidays are coming up. Now imagine this, right? Like, yeah, the holidays are coming up. Of course we're going to have hundreds of thousands of people die. The holidays. What? But this is the world we live in. Well, Sal, I mean, I'm doing a YouTube show here. Come on. But yeah, at some point, if the pandemic ever ends, I will definitely do some in-person meetups. And like, I'm gonna be very clear. I'm not going to do like, yeah, I'm not going to do like one live show, you show up, you watch, and then you go home. Like, if I do like an in-person meetup, it's going to be like a multiple day long event. Like, imagine, oh yeah, I flew over for like a 2-hour program? What? You flew for 2 hours? No. We're going to be like, you know, we're going to be partying, we're going to have a good time. That's my goal. Like, I'll do some shows, but like, you know, I'll do something. But it's also like weird. Like, imagine me, right? Like, doing this, and then there's just a bunch of people in a room just watching, going like what? Like, that's so weird. Like, I'd rather like play Monopoly or like fucking like, I don't know, like. Like, that's so weird to me. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna sit here and then everyone's gonna be like, like, they're gonna stare at me. Like, that's fucking freaky. I don't want that to happen, so. But, yep, there you go. So, I have to pee, and that means the show is over. So, goodbye. That's all I got. Yep, that's right. That's the ending. That's it. That's all you get. Goddamn. What a goddamn. But, yeah, so appreciate the viewership. I think the fact that people are willing to listen to me literally do nothing, I think it's incredible. I think it's a lot, and I'm grateful for it. That being said, I mean, like, I have to pee, right? But, like, I love playing the entire outro song, so I just have to get 2 more minutes, and then I get to start the process of going to the bathroom, which requires me going down, like, stairs. I have to go downstairs, so there's, like, a stairway. I have to go down the stairs, and then I have to make a turn, like, in the middle of my staircase, there's a turn. It's a 45-degree, or 90-degree angle. Yeah, 90-degree angle, I turn, and then I continue going down the stairs, and then I have to, like, walk, like, a literal heroic journey. I remember one time I was on mushrooms, and I was trying to go to the bathroom, and it took me, like, a couple decades. Like, I was, like, it was like I was in the desert, you know, I was stuck, right, but it was like I was in, like, a hailstorm, like, I was outside, there's no shelter anywhere, like, I'm in a giant field, there's tornadoes everywhere, right, all I need to do is get to the fucking bathroom, that's all I need, I'm almost there, I'm thinking, I'm there for, like, 40 years, you know, I'm stuck, I'm done for, and then eventually I pee, and then, as soon as I leave the bathroom, I forget that I actually accomplished my goal, right, like, I actually, like, alright, I'm done, like, there you go, and then I went, like, so my goal was still to go to the bathroom, because that's the last thing I remember, so then I go into the bathroom again, and I try to urinate, and there's nothing there, nothing's coming out, and I'm thinking to myself, what's going on? What's going on? Is my body broken? And then I fall. I'm into the gonzo. I'm deep in it at that point. It's over. It's over. Speaking of it being over, the show is actually over. So thank you for watching. Y'all have a good one, and I will see you in approximately 22 hours and 36 minutes. It's not that long. You can make it, right?